Hey, this is Coach Michael Burt, the Super Coach. Every week I come into your life via a podcast called Super Coach. We do that live on YouTube, also on Stitcher Radio, Podcast Republic, iTunes. My goal is to multiply your life, multiply your money, and multiply your business. Today I've got a concept that I want to talk about that I've really been talking about a lot this week, and it relates to the book Person of Interest that I wrote. Would you rather have $1 billion or would you rather have 1 billion friends? Isn't it true that much of the opportunity you're looking for is in and through your connections to new people? So today on Super Coach, I'm going to break down 3 big things you got to do to build deeper connections, right? To go deeper with your current clients, to have good intention. And then I'm going to show you how to optimize your network, because if you had 1 billion friends, you should be able to make more than $1 billion. You're watching Super Coach. I'm Coach Michael Burt.
Everybody needs a coach in life. Coaching businesses and entrepreneurs like you to spike an additional 40% to your bottom line. Michael Burt is a multi-championship coach, best-selling author, trainer, motivator, and all-around super coach. Now, from the Greatness Factory Studios, this is Super Coach.
Welcome back to Super Coach. I'm Coach Michael Burt, live at the Greatness Factory. I've been out on the road this week in Vail, Colorado, and Birmingham, Alabama, and I've been out there meeting some new folks. You see, the purpose of any business is to create customer. Money changes hands when problems are solved, but you don't know what my problems are until you connect with me, spend time with me. Last week, I did an event with a guy named Ricky Carruth, who's doing 100 real estate transactions per year with no team, one assistant. Many people are trying to figure out how is he doing it. And he really had a formula that I want to highlight in this show. Because the concept is, would you rather have $1 billion or 1 billion friends? Some people take the $1 billion because they're lazy. Some people would say, with 1 billion people connected to me. See, the idea of being famous in today's world is becoming known. It's not only becoming known, it's through connections. All the new money you're looking for is in and through the connections that you have that you haven't optimized. Let me say it again. All the new money you're looking for is in and through the connections that you haven't talked to or optimized. You haven't had a conversation with them. You haven't invited them to something. You haven't exposed them to something. You haven't engaged with the person. You haven't engaged with your current clients to introduce your new clients. It's not the referrals, it's the referrals from the referrals. So as I'm talking about this $1 billion versus 1 billion friends and this concept of connection, Ricky Carruth said this is real simple. The agent who has the most connections wins. The person who has the most connections, the most people feel connected to, is the person that wins. He said the person has the best intentions. So I'm not trying to sell people anything every single time I talk to them. If I believe in my product or service, there'll be a time and place for that. But what I'm really trying to do is connect with people. So part of his day every day was spent making outbound calls to homeowners just to introduce himself. I think about what my team could be doing and what I could be doing to introducing myself to new people. Just engaging in a conversation, just doing some discovery, just building rapport, just inviting them to something in the future. So it's the person who has the most connections wins. It's also the person who has the best intentions wins. That means you're not trying to sell something to everybody. You're just trying to connect with them. And then the person that goes the deepest with their current clients wins. Go back to the concept of it's not the referrals, it's the referrals from the referrals. Every referral should be worth 5.7 referrals. But that doesn't count the 6th and the 7th and the 9th and the 10th. So for you, I want to ask you, where are you deficient right now? Is it in your connections? See, I hear people say there's not enough leads. There's not enough opportunity. There's not enough money. There's not enough potential. And that's not true. You could name right now 20, 25, 30, 50, 100 people that you've never had a conversation with about your services. You've never connected with. You've never invited to something for free. You've never pushed them to experience it. Like this has to be a consistent cycle. Like I teach Monster Producer, my coaching program, every month. We need new people in there. We need current people bringing new people. We need to be inviting new people. We need to be exposing it to new people. We need to constantly be connecting with more people. So which of the 3 are you having a problem with? Is it you lack connections? You lack good intention because you're trying to sell something? Like I had a woman in Birmingham, Alabama walk up to me the very first time she met me and wanted to sell me a $3.5 million property. She didn't introduce herself. She didn't get to know me. She didn't say, I'd like to send you some videos. See, she skipped all the steps. She didn't build rapport. She didn't do discovery. She didn't say, with your permission, I'd like to send you some things for you to review, Coach Burt. I'd like to just stay in your life. I'd like to stay engaged with you. See, that's the wrong intention. Trying to sell somebody something for your benefit without listening to their problem is for your benefit, not their benefit. So have your intentions got to the point that you see everybody as a transaction? You're not interested in connecting to people. Would you rather have $1 billion or would you rather have 1 billion friends? And how deep are you going with your current clients? How often are you touching those people? How engaged are you staying with them? How much are you checking on them? You see, 98% of people sell a product and they never follow up with the product. Although every transaction should be worth 5.7 referrals, and then there's the referrals from the referrals. We could get a lift easily by just engaging with our current customers. I'm Coach Michael Burt. You're watching Super Coach, and we come back, we're going to keep pounding on this concept of connection, new markets, and all the things you could do to pick up a lift in your business. There's going to be very little chance that you can become a single-digit millionaire if your business does not even produce $1 million of revenue. This is a day of teaching people an 8-step process I've really used to go from a high school basketball coach to where I am today. As I started to build a business, I started to say, okay, I got to first build a sales machine to get my money up. Everybody agree with that? We're going to look at that today. How do you get paid more money for what you do? Most people do not think about how to build a primary skill, how to package and market that skill, how to decide who would pay the most money for that skill, how to build a network around that skill, and then how to build structures of exchange to ultimately ended up building an intentionally congruent life, meaning money from your business is being used to fund your bigger future. Single-digit millionaire is a formula that I'm going to show you. And then once you get your net worth between $1 and $10 million, then we need to start talking about how do we get it to 10 million, and how do we get it to 20 million, and how do we get it to 30 million, and how do we continue to grow that? So this is a book that I'm writing called Single Digit Millionaire. I've turned it into a full day program. We got a great group of people who are here, and I'm really breaking down this concept of transition. What I do with a lot of my cash is I buy assets like this that I can use to make more money with my coaching business and enjoy those assets. Find a primary skill, market that skill, get compensated for that skill, reinvest in you, reinvest in your business, reinvest in your future to where your net worth is between $1 and $10 million. Because that tells me you're doing something real good. You got to become so good at your hard skill that people are coming to you. And now you got a network of people. You got a bunch of people coming to you. Now you build these structures of exchange and you let these people play with each other. Then you start building up your value. Welcome back to Super Coach. I hope you're engaging with this content. Like, I believe everybody needs a coach in life. I believe I can help you get a 40 to 50% increase in a 1-year cycle. I can show you countless examples of people we're helping move from 46 in their market to number 6. I can show you countless examples of us moving people from 1 to 3 deals in a month. Well, today we're talking how to understand the concept of connection. Would you rather have $1 billion or would you rather have 1 billion friends? I'm trying to get you thinking that all of the opportunity you're looking for, all the money you're looking for is in and through your connections to other people. You have got to have this attacker's mindset that this is a full contact sport, and my job is to connect with, talk to, spend time with as many people as I can on a daily basis. I'm thinking about some folks we coach in Houston, Texas. Fund managers. They manage a lot of money, a significant amount of money. They are typically picking up 1 new client per month for 12 clients a year. I said, break down the system and let me to better understand what you're doing. Well, one of the things that makes us unique is once a quarter, we go see every one of our 100 clients. I'm like, this is awesome. No wonder these clients love you. Let me ask you a question. When you go see those clients, are you asking them for introductions to any of their friends? Are you saying, let's have a dinner party together? Are you doing events together? Are you reaching out and asking your current satisfied customers if they could send you some more customers? Well, no, we're not doing that. In month number 1, they moved from 1 client a month to 3. Imagine the lift there just by spending more time cultivating a relationship, connecting with the current client, engaging with future clients, sharing their explanations of value, showing people how they can help. Just by doing those things, they could go from 12 clients a year to 36 clients a year. So when you think about service after the sale, selling a product or service and never engaging with the person, just remember this: where there's no engagement with a product or service before, during, or after the sale, there can be no transformation. And because there's no transformation, there's nothing to talk about. I believe in customer engagement, not customer service. Customer service should be given. Like, we should all give good customer service. What we really need to learn how to do is how to engage with current clients, how to touch and connect with and go deeper with current clients. So for you, you got to ask yourself, do you really believe that you'd rather have $1 billion or 1 billion friends? You got to get in your brain that all the money and opportunity you're looking for is in and through your connections to other people. So what can you do this week as a result of this podcast? Number one, you need to come into every day with a hit list of people that you can help with your services. That hit list can come from current clients that you're second selling a product to. It can come from past clients. It can come from strategic partnerships. It can come from direct leads. Then you need a farm club. You need to be going 7 to 15 touches in the farm club. You need to be helping people get across the finish line that have indicated interest in your product or service. Then you need to be loving on your 25 biggest advocates and connecting with them, and how can you help them, and how can you push the ball down the field. Like you need to be engaging with your current clients to take them to advocates. Then you need to be planning events. You need to get in people's faces. You need to take your show on the road. You need to push people to something. You need to have things that people can come to at no cost so they can experience it. A free strategy session, something to let them engage with. You see me do free webinars. You see me give away free podcasts. You see me give away things so people can get the coaching from me. They're one step closer to making a decision with me because of what we're pushing them to. As you come down the home stretch of your business, I want you thinking this. Connection is a human nature thing. Everybody wants to feel connected. Everybody wants to have attention paid to them. Today's podcast was about that one thing. I'd rather have 1 billion friends versus $1 billion, because I think you could make $10 billion if you had 1 billion friends. Every week I come to you on this podcast, download it, give me a review on iTunes. Share this with people, show it to your team, short burst of coaching. We do believe that a good coach can activate your prey drive. We do believe that a good coach can keep you in an offensive mobility versus a defensive posture. If you're looking at any of my coaching programs, check out Monster Producer at CoachBurt.com, or check out my online academy at CoachBurt.com. Thank you for letting me be your coach.
How you show up and how you interact and how you're actually helping, the connection you actually make, the connection we're all saying you want, that connection, that's just not knowing people. That's not just not networking. Event today that Coach put on, amazing. The ability that Coach has to bring people together and give them this space and allow them the room to learn and grow. So many light bulbs going off, people seeing possibility and how they can lean on me or Coach or other people, the networking that Coach has going on here.
Many times you find your purpose through taking action in pursuit of something. Okay? So you're out there working that muscle, and the more you work that muscle, the more it's like, oh, this is it, man. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is the people I'm supposed to be doing it with. This is what I love doing, right? This is profitable. Like, it happens through action.
I only have one thing I want you to leave this session today with, and that's this idea of something bigger is possible. I think everyone shows up where they are, and what an event like this allows for and what Coach allows for is creating a space where you can see something larger for yourself, and not only is that okay, but it's strongly encouraged. It's about the people you're helping. Time, people with women, single moms with no credit, the anxiety of all of my water being shut off. How are you helping me? And what piece of how you help, what's the tool What's the exact how? Normally you have to be pushed off of your safety zone and to move into this scary new thing. And if you can come to an event like this and just allow yourself to see the bigger thing, that's what I wanted for today. And I want that for you any day. I want that for every event Coach has. I want that for you. Like, I want you to understand you can show up, particularly here with Coach, and allow yourself the room to say, I am good enough, I can do this bigger thing, and allow for that possibility, because then and only then will that start to happen.